Every time I leave home, I'm wondering who I'm getting today.
Taxi.
Hello.
Hi. 53rd and Broadway.
Sure.
Actually, I'm not really going there. I got in this taxi because I heard you were the driver to the stars, and I came to interview you.
Really? Well, I do drive a lot of celebrities.
Yeah. Tom Hanks for one of them.
Oh, he was a great guy.
This sign, Google Tom Hanks and Mr. Ferrari. I mean, what a conversation starter for anybody who gets into this taxi. Tell me about this famous encounter with Tom Hanks. He called for a taxi and you just happened to be the one to pick him up?
I didn't even know it's him. After him talking, when I recognized his voice, I actually screamed out, "Wilson! Wilson!" He was a real nice guy about it. He was like, "Yeah, that's right, that's me."
And that's why now you have this volleyball in the car.
It's a good conversation piece.
Wow.
And then 6 months later, he invited me to his Broadway show, and it was called Lucky Guy.
You got to go, how cool.
Within those 6 months that I drove him, I started getting people that were in his Broadway show. So I kept relating the message back. Tell Tom Hanks, Mr. Ferrari says hello.
Who gave you that name, Mr. Ferrari? Is that your real name?
No, Tom Hanks gave me that name because I was wearing a red Ferrari outfit when I met him. But my name is Manny Anzalota.
And so he named you with 2 eyes.
Yes, it's with 2 eyes because it's easiest to find me. Because you spell it 1 eye, you get 1,000 Ferraris. You will never find me.
How long have you been a taxi driver?
Well, I've been driving for a little over 12 years now. I was out of work for about 2 years. I was working out in the gym. A friend of mine tells me, "Hey, you got a great personality. You should go and drive a yellow cab because you get to meet a lot of people." And he says, a lot of good things come out of it. You got great opportunities. And boy, was he right.
What's the best thing about driving a taxi?
You get to go everywhere you want, basically. You're not stuck in one place. You get to see the city. I learn new things every day, new locations every day. You don't have a boss, you're your own boss.
Are famous passengers more interesting than everyday passengers?
No, everybody's unique. Meeting all these people, you get to learn human behavior. Without even people talking, sometimes I could feel the energy, whether it's good or not.
You don't just seek out celebrities to drive, they just randomly come into your car?
Well, it's good energy, good karma, and I seem to be like a magnet towards a lot of celebrities and public figures. Well, 8.5 million people in this island.
Yeah.
It's just random. I've driven Drew Barrymore.
Nice.
I drove Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones. He was lots of fun.
Just watch the road, man.
Crazy Eyes, Uzo Duber.
I can't believe I'm in your car. Such happenstance.
Billy Zane from Titanic. John Lennon's son, Sean Lennon. Carrick Top from Las Vegas.
What's the secret to being a successful taxi driver?
Be nice to people. Treat people the way you like to be treated. Treat people the way you like your family to be treated.
What makes a good passenger besides a big tip?
Well, for me, is a good customer is a customer that is in good spirit, got good energy, and that's very polite.
Who's your favorite type of passenger?
Couples that are happily together.
Yeah.
They seem to be fun, especially when they're coming back from having some wine or dinner.
But what do you love about hearing people's stories?
I basically like talking about them, their lives, actually. I like putting a smile on their face. So anything that has to do with Tom Hanks, most people smile. And then when I let them know I was the cab driver that drove him around, some people say, "Oh, I know that story, I've seen that story." And they somehow want to take a selfie with me. And I don't know, I feel really good about that.
What is the percentage, would you say, of passengers who ask about Tom Hanks versus don't ask about Tom Hanks?
I say about 80% of the people ask.
Does that surprise you?
Well, some people are quiet. They probably Google it and stay quiet about it. But people do get curious. The more they ask me, the more I dig out of great things that I've done and people that I've picked up, celebrities, non-celebrities. Some people are just very curious.
If Hollywood were to make the Mr. Ferrari movie, who would star as Mr. Ferrari?
Tom Hanks, of course.
Was there any other answer?
Absolutely not.